The Futures Collegiate Baseball League, FCBL, is a 9-team collegiate summer baseball league. It has 6 franchises in Massachusetts, 2 in New Hampshire, and 1 in Connecticut. Format: the Futures League is a woodback league. Its regular season schedule calls for 56 games per team, 28 home and 28 away games. FCBL ballplayers are unpaid collegiate athletes who join the league to gain experience and exposure to Major League Baseball scouts. The FCBL mission is to prepare young men for the rigors of playing professional baseball. 6 teams play in ballparks formerly occupied by professional clubs. Roster rules: the league accepts players who were on college baseball rosters during the preceding spring season. League rules require that at least 15 of the 30 players on a roster have a local connection, either having attended high school in New England or currently attending college in New England. Unusual playing rule: for the 2017 regular season, games that are tied after 10 innings will be decided by a home run hitting contest that may take 3 rounds. Games may end as ties if the home run derby does not produce a winner. Playoff seedings use a point system like that of the National Hockey League, with 2 points for wins and 1 point for ties and overtime losses. Games lost via the home run contest. History: the Futures League was co-developed by Drew Weber, who owns the single-A Lowell Spinners and developed and owned the double-A New Hampshire Fisher Cats, and Chris Carminucci, whose Carminucci Sports Group at the time operated the Brockton Rocks of the independent Can-Am League. The Carminucci Sports Group sought to place an NECBL franchise on the island of Martha's Vineyard, and the Spinners hoped to do the same in Nashua, New Hampshire. The NECBL declined to expand, so the organizations formed a separate league. The FCBL aimed to use professional baseball operators with proven histories, whereas other summer collegiate leagues were mostly run by volunteers. The league started play in the 2011 season. Martha's Vineyard, Nashua, Seacoast, and Torrington were the charter franchises. The championship paired the top 2 franchises in a best-of-3 series. Nashua, 27-16, won the regular season and defeated Torrington, 25-17, for the championship. Expansion in 2012. For the 2012 season, the FCBL expanded from 4 to 9 teams. The league expanded into the Leominster-Fitchburg, Massachusetts area with the addition of the Wachusett Dirt Dogs. In addition, the FCBL induced the North Shore and Old Orchard Beach franchises to jump from the NECBL, as well as the Pittsfield and Brockton franchises of the professional, independent Can-Am League to convert to the collegiate format. The Pittsfield franchise was operated by majority owner Marvin Goldkilling and the Goldkilling Group, which owns and operates 4 other minor league baseball teams. The move by the Brockton franchise was described as a 1-year hiatus from professional baseball, but it continued in 2013. An All-Star game was played, pitting selected players from the 4 charter teams against the 5 new teams. The postseason was also revamped to involve 4 of the 9 teams. The winners of 2 best-of-3 division series. Number 4 plays number 1. Number 3 plays number 2. Competed in a best-of-3 championship series. Nashua repeated as FCBL champion. 2013 season. The 2013 season was played with the same 9 franchises as in 2012. The playoffs were expanded to include the top 6 teams of the 9. The teams finishing first and second got a first-round bye, with the remaining playoff teams to play a new initial round consisting of a single game. Earlier, there had been boilerplate text on a league press release that the FCBL is planning and negotiating with other locations for further expansion in the 2013 season. Speculation had centered on Worcester, Massachusetts, where the Worcester Tornadoes had lost its affiliation with the Can-Am League. A Tornadoes creditor, John Creedon Jr., was in discussions with the College of the Holy Cross to secure a lease for Hanover Insurance Park at Fitton Field. The All-Star Game was structured as Massachusetts versus New England, the four non-Massachusetts teams. The regular season was extended by 2 days, to August 9 and 10. In view of the season's many rainouts, the games scheduled for these days sometimes were not against opponents that were due to complete a rained-out game. The one-game play-in games occurred on the afternoon of August 11, not at the site of the higher-seeded team, but at the site of the winner's opponent in the next round, which began the same evening. This next round, a best-of-3 series, was slated for alternating sites, though in neither case was the third game necessary. The final round reverted to the prior year's rule, in which the higher-seeded team, in this case, Martha's Vineyard, had the option of hosting the first game or any remaining games. Martha's Vineyard elected to open the series in Nashua on August 14, and won the series at home the next day. 2014 season. On September 20, 2013, John Creedon Jr., who prior to the 2013 season had discussed bringing baseball back to the city of Worcester, announced that he would indeed operate the league's 10th franchise at Fitton Field starting in 2014, and unveiled the Bravehearts on December 2, 2013. The league split into an East and West division of 5 teams each. The All-Star Game assembled teams comprising the best players of each division. On July 24, the West beat the East 4-1. The regular season expanded to 56 games, with each team playing 28 home games and 28 road games. No team actually played 56 games, as rainouts occurring late in the season were not made up. The 2014 FCBL playoffs were conducted as in 2013, except that the rules gave the winner of each division the bye in round 1, and guaranteed that, of the next 4 teams with the best overall records, the higher-seeded team would host the one-game play-in. The 2 division winners, Worcester, West, and Martha's Vineyard, East, won their semi-final series and met in the best-of-3 final series. Worcester swept the series to become the 2014 champions. 2015 season. For 2015, the old Orchard Beach franchise was replaced by the Bristol Blues. The Nashua franchise was moved from the West Division to the East Division to maintain both divisions at 5 teams. The playoffs were further expanded to include 8 of the 10 teams in postseason play. The first 2 playoff rounds consisted of a single elimination game, in 2 days, reducing the playoff field from 8 teams to 2. The East was the stronger division. The new Bristol team, 33-23, which won the West Division, had a worse record than 3 of the teams in the East. Bristol faced the Worcester Bravehearts, 26-30, in the final series. Last year's champion had flirted with elimination for much of the season, but came on strong in the final weeks of the regular season to finish second in the West. The higher-seeded Bristol elected that the series begin in Worcester, where Worcester won. In the games played at Bristol, Bristol won Game 2, but Worcester won the deciding game. On August 16, to repeat as FCBL champions. 2016 season. In November 2015, the league published its 2016 schedule, covering the same franchises as in 2015, and announced that the playoff format would revert to that of 2014, with 6 of 10 teams making the postseason. 2017 season. On December 20, 2016, the Futures League published a 2017 schedule for a 9-team league not including the Titans. On January 27, 2017. The league announced that games that are tied after 10 innings will be decided by a home run hitting contest, and announced the NHL-style point system, envisioning tie games that will decide playoff seedings. The league stated that the purpose of this rule was to protect pitchers' arms and encourage college coaches to recommend the league to their pitchers. League offices. Chris Hall, the former general manager of the independent Nashua Pride and American Defenders of New Hampshire, which became the Pittsfield Colonials of the Can-Am League, is the FCBL's first commissioner. Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer Bob Stanley is on the league's board of directors and is the president of the Seacoast Mavericks. Cecil Fielder and Pete Incaviglia are advisory board members for the Torrington Titans. Current franchises. Former professional baseball venue. League champions. 2011. Nashua Silver Knights. 2012. Nashua Silver Knights. 2013. Martha's Vineyard Sharks. 2014. Worcester Bravehearts. 2015. Worcester Bravehearts. 2016. Nashua Silver Knights. Official homepage.